Mysterious Misery, the fourth in a series of songs and explanation by Dave Moorman. Being an ordained clergy in the United Methodist Church has two, sometimes three, benefits. First of all, fully ordained clergy belong to the annual conference. A local church can ask that they be moved somewhere else, but they cannot be fired. They are appointed to our church by the bishop and the cabinet. They never have to go looking for a job. And many churches have a parsonage. That means the family can just move in and get on with the work at hand. Dave's struggle when he graduated from seminary was that most of the clergy in his conference went to ILF School of Theology in Denver, rather than St. Paul in Kansas City. So, when he called his district superintendent, asking about his first appointment, the response was, "Oh, I don't know. We will get back to you." Dave was the last person. And the last church was on the west edge of Colorado, in the town of Craig. Craig had just been through a big economic boom, which was why this church had been planted there. The bust had come along, and the membership of the little congregation plummeted. Plus, they had a significant debt on their new building. The DS told Dave, all they really need is a lot of love and good preaching. For his part, Dave thought he would be like the pilot of a great paddle wheel steamboat, steering the church through the treacherous waters. That was silly. With a fairly sure salary, Dave bought a new piano, a Korg synthesizer, a couple of tape decks, and a Commodore 128 computer. Now he could record synthetic instruments, and even write songs for the computer to play automatically, with 3 voices. Looking back with after 30 years of experience, Dave realizes that the church was doing mostly what all churches do. They were just struggling with finances. All he could really do was hone his sermon skills, play the piano a lot, and love the people, anyway. But the church's income ran out. They could not afford a full-time pastor. The cabinet, again, did not have a quick move for Dave, so he, and the family, spent 3 months on administrative leave. He visited the bishop and cabinet twice, spending the nights before carefully ascertaining where he had failed, and where putting a New Start church in an established community suffering from an economic boom and subsequent depression turned out to be a less than stellar decision. Dave wanted to preach. That was his growing strength. So he turned down offers of being an assistant pastor at a large church. The bishop allowed that he was eminently appointable, and the conference had a little church on the eastern Colorado prairie. The tiny hamlet of Genoa, Colorado, perches on the edge of the Palmer Divide, and sports the famous C6 States Tower. It also was riddled with its own depression, emotional rather than economic. Thanks for listening. Be sure to click like and subscribe to hear more of Dave's life in music.